I really think there's no bad time to flirt. I'm all about shooting your shot.
Sometimes being a good friend means calling them out on their dumb decisions.
If he doesn't open the door for me on a first date, huge red flag.
Welcome to Dialed In.
Hello.
Welcome to Dialed In, your daily dose of unlicensed therapy. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Montaigne.
And this is your hour to join the conversation. So no matter how unwell you're feeling, we got your back.
So call us at 888-91 on air. That is 888-916-6247.
Yep. Coming up today, we have a lot of fun things to talk about. We want to get into a little debate soon about if you would share a bed with the person of the gender that you are attracted to, but you guys are platonic and not in a relationship. So we're going to get into that because we definitely have opposing situations and views and thoughts.
Like most things on this show. Can we just talk about it real quick? Yeah, you're fucking IG famous now, dog.
Listen, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just...
Guys, I always tell Rachel all these social media things, right? Because I have like a couple followers and whatever. And I'm always like, you should do... And I didn't even realize this whole time you weren't posting reels.
Yeah.
Why not?
Post your silly little content, everybody.
Well, why were you not? What was the Rachel reason?
I worked a full-time job. I was busy. I also have this notion. Too busy to
take 10 seconds a day just hitting upload?
I know. And I also for some reason have this notion that everyone on my Instagram knows me, but on TikTok, nobody knows me.
I felt like that
And
before.
so I used to feel really insecure, I guess you could say is
Definitely.
the word, that I don't want people that know me to know what's actually going on in my life. I'm not trying to be embarrassing, quote unquote. And then I just realized who the fuck cares?
Fuck it. I had when I think it was back when I had like 1 million people on TikTok, right? And I was like, wow, like it doesn't really feel real, blah, blah, blah. I have all this stuff. I maybe had like 5,000 people on Instagram and everyone was like, why do you not have people on Instagram? Like, do you guys just like have this thing on TikTok and like whatever? And I was just like, yeah,
it's my alter ego.
No, I was just like, my real friends follow me on Instagram. So I don't want them seeing all my content. I'm like, TikTok, I can just go post whatever.
Yeah.
And then on Instagram, whatever. And then my manager at a certain point was like, all right, come on. He's like, what are you doing? Just like post your... So I just started cross-posting.
Yeah.
And you're on the come up now. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I think it's applicable for any type of hobby, not just like posting Instagrams in terms of like talking about dating, because that's what we like to talk about. But my friend, she is a makeup artist and she is posting on her stories all the makeup that she's using. And I'm like, listen, maybe you should start making videos. And I was like, nobody cares. Like
nobody gives a fuck.
You should just do it. Like no one... If someone's judging you for doing something that you find interesting and you find like fulfilling, then fuck what they think. If someone's hating on you, they're either just jealous or they have nothing else to do and they're bored. That's my opinion.
And a step beyond that, like as someone who's done the internet stuff for a while, I used to be like, yeah, fuck them if they don't care. I'm like, it's not even fuck them because it's not that deep. They at maximum are seeing your video for 30 seconds or a minute of their day and they don't think about it again.
Right.
And to you, it feels so real. Because it's all your page. So people are interacting. It's not real to anybody else. They just see it for a second. They fucking forget about it.
Yeah.
That comes with the good and that comes with the hate. Most importantly, when you get bad shit or you're thinking your friends are going to hate it, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And we're going to get into that later because we want to talk about how to protect your peace, not only when it comes to social media, but just in general. Like, how do you guys protect your peace?
Yeah.
You can always call us at 888-91 on air. That's 888-916-6247. But we want to get into some other fun things before that.
Wait, let me tell you something real quick about protecting my own peace as well. So I'm in the market for a car and your boy has been struggling, like insurance, car payments, just everything is just very expensive. And so I'm like, I can afford to get a car right now. Let's make one thing clear. The thing is, I don't want to get...
like I am a scrub.
I don't want to get locked into a 3-4 year deal financing a car. I'm just like, I hate the concept of being locked into anything like that for that long. And so today, randomly, I get a text from my friend that goes like, in your neighborhood, a guy asked me if I was trying to buy a car. And I was like, a guy asked you, like, what? He was like, yeah, I was in a parking lot, like getting something. And this guy was like, hey, I'm selling a car. So I was like,
anytime you're in a parking lot and someone approaches you being like, hey, do you want to buy this? Don't do it.
Well, so I moseyed on over like 15 minutes away, went to the thing, was like, okay, maybe it's a nice car. And the guy was just so sus. Was literally just like, hey man, you want to buy this car? But hey, blah, blah, it's only $5,000. So, okay, like we could do it. I was like, okay, do we have like a title? Like, where are the plates? He's like, oh, my wife doesn't have, I'm like, okay, this car.
My wife.
I literally just go instantly. I'm like, this car is fucking stolen.
Right.
Like, I just like, yeah. So I realized this and like instantly the car's stolen. And even if I would have gotten it and haggled the fucking price down, eventually that shit is going to get taken. Like the repo people are going to find that car.
Yeah. And you're going to go to jail.
I'm going to go to jail.
You should have called the police.
I'm going to have to dial in from a fucking phone in prison into my own show.
888-91 on air. Hey, can you guys come pick me up? Mom, you there?
Yeah. Would you pay my bail?
I mean, depends how much it was.
Okay. I mean,
would I have to go into debt for it?
I would
I have to sell my car?
I would hope there's no limit to you wanting to bail me out so we can continue this beautiful show. But it got me thinking, basically, when you're shopping for cars, like the red light went off in my head. That was just like, this is suspicious. I'm too smart for this shit. Peace out.
Trust your gut.
And there's nothing I hate more than fucking unaware, not street smart people. It is the ugliest thing. Like if I were on a first date with somebody, I would much rather date someone who is fucking ugly, who I do not think is attractive, than someone who's unaware and not street smart. Because that shit is ugly to me. Like how are you not street smart?
As someone who prides themselves on being street smart more than book smart, I mean, I have my book smart moments.
You read fantasy books.
Yeah, I read fantasy and I know how to write an essay, but besides that, also a really good crafted text, really up my alley. But outside of that, street smarts is my shit. So if you don't know how to cross the street without looking both ways,
crazy.
Or no, like actually, there's so many people who don't know how to cross the street, or you're just like not present with both feet on the ground. Get out of here.
Like bad spatial awareness. I'm like, these are things that I feel like are not fixable. Like personality traits, sometimes fixable. Certain characteristics, fixable. Like you can look hotter. You can like start doing skincare. You can hit the gym.
Yeah,
like,
you can get a stylist.
I'm not gonna fucking turn you street smarter. You either grew up like knowing shit, or you're a lost cause.
Right.
And I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, in these streets. What about spatially unaware people who are not unspatially aware in terms of like street smarts, but in terms of actual space? Like we are in a massive room. Why is it that you're standing right next to me and your arm is up against my arm?
And tell me this too, like every time we're in like a line or something, why do you have to be right up on my ass? Like literally in the line, like we're in the same space.
Yeah.
You don't have to creep forward every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
like in the airport, one person inches up, and then why does every person have to inch up? The space is not getting any greater.
Yeah. We're not moving any faster.
Stop touching me.
Yeah,
Get the fuck off of me.
Don't touch me.
Literally. And like all these situations where I'm a man, right? Like I have to be a protector in a lot of situations. If I'm like with girls that I'm friends with, anybody that I'm dating, I'm always thinking, okay, I have to be super aware of my surroundings. How can I figure that shit out? And now I'm like, I want a girl or like someone in my life to also be aware of those things too. That it doesn't just have to be me being like, okay, now we got to go. Okay. I want them to also be like, hey, like let's run. Let's get the fuck out of here. We need like a signal. We need like a bat signal.
I know.
Just be like, room.
Caw.
We'll be like 888-91 on air. That is 888-916-6247. Sorry for venting. Thank you for letting me have that out.
I'm happy you got that off your chest.
Yeah.
You were very aware in the parking lot.
Yes.
And I am going back to the desert this weekend.
I was going to say, we got in a very funny conversation after our show yesterday.
Yeah, we're almost kind of got into a little bit of a heated debate because I'm going to the desert this weekend for a music festival called Coachella. It's one of the biggest music festivals in North America, and I went last weekend to the desert. I dabbled with the festival, but this weekend I'm going once again because I must see my girl Charlie XCX and be a brat.
360. Want to hit the baby? Then you want to hit
365.
me.
And 360.
Come on.
Okay,
You think I don't
365
know that
party
shit?
girl. So I'm going with one of my best guy friends.
Cringe.
Because we went last year together. He's really good at being my partner in crime when it comes to partying. We have the same values when it comes to assessing a scene, doing our thing.
Walk me through those
reuniting.
values. Walk me through.
We like see what's going on. We see the crowd. If there's people we know, I don't need to be like, wait for me. I'm happy to let him go. He's happy to let me go. And we reunite when it makes sense for us. And I feel like that's a really important factor in a party partner. You don't want to be like chained at the hip or like, oh my God, can I go say hi to my friends for 5 minutes without feeling like I need to babysit you? So we have a good, litmus on like, when do we want to leave? When are we good? Do we like the vibes here? Let's keep it moving. So we went last year and we're going back this year. I convinced him because I needed a buddy to come with me, and he sorted out the house and we're staying at one of his friends' houses, the same one I stayed at last year. However, the bed situation, we were a bit late to the party. And so me and him.
Wait, ask the question to the people before you tell them what's going on.
Okay, well, can you share a bed platonically with your friend
of the opposite sex
or of the same sex that you would generally be attracted to?
Okay.
We want to know what you guys would do. Call us at 888-916-6247 because I think, yes, I shared a bed with him last year.
Right. Was he single?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was heavenly, you know? I didn't have to worry like, oh, am I going to be hit on? Am I going to be made to feel uncomfortable? It was great. Like,
how did you sleep? Like, what clothing?
I slept in a hoodie and sweatsuits. I put
Okay.
an eye mask on,
And what was he
earplugs
wearing?
in. I couldn't even tell you.
Mm.
Like, that's how much I didn't.
Is this someone you've ever thought about sexually in any way?
No, it's a very like special friendship that from the get-go, we've just been friends.
How did you guys become friends?
We met at a networking event, and
What does that mean?
I used to go to networking events because I wanted to make friends.
Okay.
You know, I would show up solo and just say, "Hi, I'm Rachel."
What's
Hi,
a
I'm
what's a
Rachel. Hi,
networking
I'm
event?
Rachel. You could, I don't know. It's like these events where people put on to meet like-minded individuals, whether it be in business, whether it be in tech, whether it be in yoga. Like there's all types of networking events within different communities that you can find and show up to. I would literally look on Instagram for them.
Wow.
Anyways.
I'm so out of the fucking loop.
Yeah.
I've never been to a networking event. I'm maybe some
they're
work
really,
things.
like, they sound cringe.
I've been to like job fairs when I was like in college.
It's like a job fair, but there's no jobs that
It's
you're
like a
getting.
job fair for your personality.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a job fair for your hobbies.
Cool.
So I met him at a job fair. We ended up hanging out that night.
You met him at a job fair?
Yeah, a job fair. Met him at a personality job fair. And we ended up partying till 2 a.m. that night.
Sick.
And I was like, who is this guy? You know, like the first time you meet someone, you're
So
like,
there was no attraction.
no, there wasn't. It was
So
like,
he's fucking ugly.
no, he's actually good looking.
So there was just no
We're
attraction.
just a good duo.
Okay.
I don't know if there was attraction or not. It was more just like we were on the path, we were on the mission forward.
Yep.
And then we became best friends.
So you share the bed last year, and then this
year-
is what caused the conversation.
Okay, because this year we're sharing not a bed, but an air mattress.
You're sharing an air mattress in a house with
A lot of boys.
only boys.
Well, I actually confirmed there will maybe be some girls there, thankfully.
You sound like a guy trying to convince people
I know,
that
like
it's pulling out a party.
backpedaling.
You're like, no, there's gonna be girls. I swear to God, like the ratio's gonna be lit.
Yeah, well, last year I went to the festival with all the boys. I was the only girl. My phone got stolen, and
You're
I was
just
like,
one of the boys.
fucking SOS. I wish I had a girl here right now that after my phone got stolen, I departed
It's
from
just
the group of boys to go to the girls' bathroom so that I could vent in peace and solace and have actual people care about my feelings.
It is just a crazy predicament to be in. Bed alone, then bathroom situation, being surrounded by testosterone all weekend, and then to like have this weird, platonic friends. You're like in bed with alcohol, assuming you're partying. It's like shit happens with a lot less circumstances than that. You see why it's sus. We have some people who are going to weigh in. Let's get some other opinions on, would you share a bed with somebody of the opposite sex or someone that you are friends with? Is it cool? Is it not? Remember, you can always call us 888-91 on air. That is 888-916-6247. Allie, tell me, would you share a bed with a friend? Do you think it is okay or not? Hey, Allie, what's going on? Tell me your opinion on the beds.
Hi. Okay, so I think it depends. At first I was like, no way, something's going to happen. But, like, there's guys that I'm friends with that I would not touch with a 10-foot pole, okay, because I've seen some shit. However, at some point, biology takes over. And if you have ever been somewhat attracted, I think that standards can be a little bit flexible when you're a foot away from someone with,
What Allie is saying
you know,
is it's simple mathematics. You wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole, but you would sleep next to them and then fuck them because it's 1 foot away. That's under 10 feet.
Right.
No. I think that there's certain people I wouldn't, but I also think that there's like a range, like a bubble of like, okay, maybe if I've ever been attracted to them before, like maybe I would like move my standards.
But what
around,
if you have to
maybe,
also like
just
assess,
because-
would they be down for you? Would they be attracted to you? Is that something you're willing to ruin your friendship over based on like a moment of attraction?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's right.
Allie's like,
No.
fuck that.
Fuck it.
No.
Fuck that.
I don't know. Like, I
Nuclear
think
codes.
that biology is like I think at some point when you're that close to someone, like, you're going to start thinking, oh, could we do this? Like, and if you've never been attracted to them before, if they're not your type, if that's just not a thing, like, that's not going to happen. But if there's even been one shred of attraction, then like maybe it could happen.
I love that. It's like, for me, you're sounding so scientific with it. It's like planning a heist. You're like, if we could even do this, if we could get the team together, we could do this and lay out the blueprints. Hypothetically, could it be done?
Could it happen?
I get what you're saying. At a certain point, like, the biology does take over. This is why I say, and why when Rachel told me she was sharing a bed with a guy, I was like, you're fucking crazy. I'm like, listen, unless the answer is, would you fuck the guy? And it's unequivocally, ew, fuck, no. The answer was not unequivocally that. Yesterday when I asked, it was like a, no, like, I don't want to ruin the friendship. It was just like a soft, I was like, that is where I'm like, don't fuck around. Don't blur the line.
Sorry that all my friends are good looking.
Okay.
Yeah, like, just because my friends are good looking and they're fun and cool doesn't mean I want to fuck them.
No, I don't think you want to. I'm just saying what Allie's saying about the biology. There's just an implication. There's an air. There's an essence of, it could happen.
Right. Like, it could cross the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I mean, okay, so a year and a half. So at the beginning of 2023, the exact same thing happened with me, Rachel. I was at a festival. My friend was like, hey, do you want to stay in this hotel? I got a suite, but it's only one bed.
Mm-hmm.
I am not attracted to him at all. I never have been. He's not my type at all. And we slept in a bed together, and I also view him as a brother, right?
Yep.
I've never, ever, ever been attracted to him. However, if it was someone that I was like, oh, like, you're not, like, I think I'm out of your league. I don't really think you're that attractive, but, like, I could see it maybe. Like, there's, like, a little bit of vibes. Like, I think that standards can be flexible in that situation.
Fair, but you're saying that with the person who you feel is like a brother, it wouldn't happen.
No.
Exactly.
Unless you're into that kind of thing.
My point proven. This guy, like a brother to me.
Turn the lights off, guys. That's like one of those situations where you go, what time is it? It's 5:30. All right. Shh. Turn the fucking lights off, and we're never telling anybody about this.
Oh my God.
That's one of those situations. I'm just saying, when I'm in a bed with one of my guy friends, there's a 0% chance we're banging.
Right.
When I'm in a bed with any girl that I be friends with, there's a non-zero chance. And so I would never be in that situation.
Well, we've already shared the bed. So the chances have gone down even further.
Nope.
Or you think, they've increased?
No, not increased. Just I want to know what's inside the mind of a guy. You know, we'll get to that eventually. Let's get Sydney on the line. Sydney, I want to know your opinion on sharing a bed with someone of the opposite sex or one of your friends. Tell us.
So I've actually done this before. Also, hello, old friends. Like, we talk all the time now.
We love that.
This actually happened one time. So it was my first experience dabbling in the vegetable that normally goes on pizza, but also happens to be a psychedelic.
Okay, understood.
Oh, basil. No, I'm kidding. No. I know, I'm kidding, guys. Come on. Obviously, it's crack. I mean, obviously, it's coke. I mean, obviously, it's mushrooms. Yeah. Okay, good. Glad we got that out of the way.
So I don't know. We're on the radio. I don't know what I can say.
You're Unwell, baby. Unwell on air.
So so it was my first experience, and he was like my trip sitter, and we watched the Lego movie, and would 10 out of 10 recommend watching.
Time out. The Lego movie on fucking shrooms?
Why? It's animated and interesting. I thought you were going to time out the friend trip sitter.
All right, maybe.
A male trip sitter who's watching you when you're under the influence.
Well, we'll get to that. Yeah. But the Lego movie, I just think is fucking crazy.
Oh, he was also doing it.
I also watched Moana for the first time on mushrooms.
Now that's a banger.
Fucking crab. That crab, though, when you're on mushrooms?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was even part of the movie. Wow. I thought it was just me. It was wild.
Okay, wait. Anyway, tell us about the Lego experience.
No, tell us about the boy.
We watched this movie, and we've been friends for a long time, and I did have a big crush on him in high school, and then we just kind of like moved past it. Mm-hmm. So like the conversation that you were having previously, like we are totally platonic now, but in high school I had this big fat crush on him. And now we're so far beyond it. High school was way too long ago. And so we watched the Lego movie, had a great time, and then we were just staying in his apartment, and all he had was like this dinky little couch futon, and he's like, "You're welcome to stay in my bed." And we were both like still a little bit high, and so he's like, and he's like, "How would you feel about like platonically cuddling, and I was like honestly into it.
Yeah.
And so we literally just spooned all night and nothing happened because I was laying there and I was like, Sydney, do not turn around. Don't turn around. Do not turn around, because this is like one of my good friends. Like, we're still good friends to this day. He's still one of my favorite people, and nothing happened because we didn't want it to happen.
Hold on.
Like, we're not.
Okay, wait, Sydney, I hear you, but let's just say if you were in a relationship and you told me that shit, that is fucking cheating. I don't give a fuck. If anybody
I would
says
not do it in a relationship.
Wait, you were in a relationship?
No, she isn't.
Would not do that.
I'm just saying though, it's definitely not platonic if it's something you wouldn't do if you were in a relationship. That's not what platonic is. Platonic is no matter the circumstance, there's never anything. Asking to cuddle as a friend, okay, I get where you're coming from. Also, I totally don't know where the fuck that's coming from.
No,
what does
I
that
think
mean?
The asking to cuddle as a friend, that would fuck me up. Like, if that's basically the same thing as having sex.
Oh, can I blow you as a friend though? This is a friendship blowjob.
If
Hold
someone
on.
asked me to cuddle as a friend, I would just be like, date me at that point.
Yeah, what the fuck? Friendship cuddle?
Because wouldn't that like kind of confuse your feelings after?
It wasn't weird at the time.
Did he get hard?
No.
Damn, that's insulting.
See?
We literally just had a great sleep because we both were just like, we're both single. Like, we were both just like craving physical, like that physical connection kind of thing, but not with each other.
Yeah.
And we were like still a little bit high, and
I
like
get it.
we didn't want to have sex. We didn't want to do anything like sexual or anything like that. We just wanted a little bit of companionship.
Okay.
I
And it's like
totally
the same
get
thing that
that.
I do with my girlfriends. Like,
Yeah.
it's not weird for me to spoon my girlfriends.
I'm not
And so it was
spooning my
like-
girlfriends, honestly. Whenever they try to like cuddle with me on the couch, actually they would never, but I'd be like,
We got to talk about that in
Don't touch
therapy.
me.
We got to talk. Rachel won't cuddle with her girlfriends, but
know.
will cuddle with all her guy friends.
Sydney, you're stronger than me, because if one of my guy friends like made that type of move to be like, would you cuddle with me? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I think it would move the needle for me. Like, I would now be like, now we're in a
No.
new life.
It would move his needle into you.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Well, listen, we want to get more opinions on this topic, but let's go into our first break and we'll get to the other callers after the break.
Welcome back to Dialed In, the only hour where you can join the conversation. So call us at 888-91 on air. That's 888-916-6247.
Yeah, we were having a pretty heated debate before the break. Basically, like, and the callers we were talking to, we were basically saying, like, could you share a bed with someone that you were friends with if they were of the sex that you were attracted to? Let's get some more opinions. Ben, what is going on? Tell me your opinion. Can you share a bed with a friend platonically?
Hey guys, I think I've been listening to your conversation. I'd actually go one step further and say, I think you can share a bed platonically with someone of the opposite sex who you've slept with before, but then become friends with, and still share a bed completely platonically.
Okay, that's different, and I agree with
Wait,
that.
how can you agree with that?
Because once a guy has sex with someone, they don't see them the same way all the time. That's easier because, like, I'm saying, if you've never had the interaction, the would they, won't they energy is there. If you've already fucked someone, you're both like equally like, ugh.
Oh, why do you have to be after you fuck someone?
No, not after you fuck, in order to be platonic enough to share a bed.
Okay.
You both are like, okay, we had sex and that was disgusting.
Ben, would you, like, how long after hooking up with someone would you share a bed with them?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the feelings, right? But like, you see all this shit go around TikTok, which is like, oh, you can't really have a truly platonic relationship with, you know, a girl or a guy. Like, I just think that's ridiculous. I think you can both be hot, but like, look at each other like brothers and sisters and just never
After you bang them?
about it.
After you, what are you, a fucking brother,
Both.
sister converting therapy person?
Yeah, are you down to
Both.
fuck your
Both.
sister?
I think that can happen after you bang them, and I think it could just always be like that.
Hi, welcome to
And I
Ben's
also
brother,
think-
sister conversion therapy.
I also think that like it could be the other way, and you could share a bed with someone who you're secretly in love with, and obviously that's not very smart.
No.
But like, you know, who's to say it always has to be like that? Like the stuff that happens on TikTok, which is to say like, oh, it's just impossible to have a platonic relationship with a hot person of the opposite sex. That's what I just kind of think is ridiculous.
Okay, Ben, wait, hold on. I'm raising my hand in the studio to speak because I'm not saying that like it's not possible to make it through a night without fucking somebody. I'm saying putting yourself in this situation is fucked up. To be in that situation with somebody, relationship or not, is just bad. It can only lead to bad. Now, of course, there are some nights, oh my God, we both maybe took shrooms and we were coming off the high and like we feel better about it. It's like, okay, I'm sure in a lot of circumstances, you know what else is like 100% foolproof method to not do it? Not be in the same bed.
Yeah, but sometimes, and Ben, I want to know what you think about this, but sometimes there's a limited amount of beds. So like if you're on a group trip with a bunch of people and it's the person that you're closest with in the house happens to be of the opposite sex that you're attracted to, wouldn't you want to share a bed with them aside from having sex with them?
Top and tail. How about that? What would you top and tail?
Well, okay, wait, Montaigne, I'm a bit confused then. Are you saying that you only think it's silly if, or stupid if, you know, that there are potential feelings?
No, I think it's stupid for multiple reasons. But yes, I think the biggest one is not just the feelings. I'm just like, I don't like the idea that I'm going to go into bed with someone under one circumstance, but the circumstances because of the bed and the implications can change. I'm like, I like going into the bed knowing the exact way I'm going to wake up in the bed. I don't want to go to bed one person and then wake up coming in another person. Does that make sense?
I disagree. If you have the agreement with someone before, if you have that type of trust and relationship that you know you're just friends, there shouldn't be any sort of like questionnaire going in being like, how am I going to wake up? Are they going to be coming on to me? You just know.
Literally?
Yeah.
Are they going to be coming on to us?
Are they going to be coming on me?
Yeah,
no, they
exactly.
won't be. They're just going to wake up. You're going to look like hell in the morning and be like, what's up?
I think 40% of the time, 50% of the time, that's true. And then the other 50% of the time, because of the implication, people end up fucking each other. Eddie, let's get your opinion. Can you share a bed with someone of the opposite sex that you may or may not be attracted to? Tell us.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is,
It's
Eddie.
Eddie's
Tell us
turn
what's
to
going
tell
on.
us what's going on.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. I think it's definitely possible. I don't think I think similar to what one of you guys are saying.
Wait,
like,
Eddie, hold on.
The nature of your relationship.
Eddie, hold on. You've definitely banged your friends. I can hear it in your voice. Eddie's definitely banged friends in his bed. Yes, he has. Stop right there. Stop right there. We have the receipts. Eddie, hold on. I see you banged your friends before. Okay, so therefore your voice needs to calm down.
No, I think if you guys know the nature of your friendship, now if this is like a situationship, or if you guys are like FWBs, or like, or you guys are just strictly friends, like I don't think it really matters. I think as long as you know the nature of your friendship, like it shouldn't really matter what space you guys share.
I'm with you, Eddie.
This is someone, if this is someone that you know kind of has a thing for you,
right,
and you guys have no like sexual relations, then I can understand being like, if there's like some kind of conflict there of not wanting to share space or whatever. But I'm just like, if you guys are friends and you know what kind of friendship you guys have, like it's really nothing to share space, unless it's just like some kind of personal difference of just not wanting to.
Eddie, let me ask, if you had a girlfriend, right? Like, would you share a bed and try to explain to her that, oh, we're just friends, all blah,
No,
blah.
it's different if there's a girlfriend involved, right, Eddie?
Wait, when you say girlfriend, do you mean romantic girlfriend or platonic girlfriend?
What?
Yeah, like romantic.
Romantic?
If you're had a romantic relationship and then you are going to share a bed with someone of the opposite sex who is not your girlfriend, of course that's wrong. That's just a boundary disrespect.
I can understand, like, oh wait, like, so is the circumstance like, okay, I have a girlfriend, and then I'm sharing a bed with
another girl,
someone else.
Yes.
But why does that have to imply? Like, I can understand probably like spatially, like the insecurity that could be there from maybe, I don't know, the girlfriend's perspective possibly, but like.
So your girl is on a trip. Wait, your girlfriend.
Between trust and boundaries and your partner.
Totally. And I hear you in terms of like the practice for sure, or in terms of the principle for sure. But if your girl was going to a music festival and staying in a house with 10 guys and sharing an air mattress with one of them, I think the fucking practice is different than the principle.
Obviously, but Eddie,
I mean, there definitely would be the insecurity of like, okay, you're not fucking at least one of those. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry.
No, that's fine. You could say that.
I'm pretty sure the insecurity would be that like, okay, like, are you definitely like not like banging one of these dudes? But at the same time, like that still goes back to trust between you and your partner. So it's like, if you like, I don't know, like just either show up and be there with your partner.
Well, the thing is, if you're single,
like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, that's trust. Like, it's trust and respect
No, see,
in the relationship.
You guys are thinking it's a trust issue. This is where you're both wrong. It's not a trust issue. It's a respect issue.
Yeah, if you're in a relationship. But if you take me, for example, who is going this weekend and sharing a bed with a guy friend that I know our relationship, I know where we stand, I feel trustworthy within that. And I don't have a boyfriend, so I'm not disrespecting anyone, and he doesn't have a girlfriend. So we're going into this just doing it for convenience.
That's what you call fucking your friends doing it for convenience?
Fucking
I know,
him.
I'm kidding.
I think it's totally cool to share a bed with anyone you want, as long as you're not disrespecting someone else's boundaries, including the two people in the bed. If you are a friend and if we're friends and we have no romantic feelings towards each other,
Rachel, you're sounding pretty defensive right now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I can see how we have some common ground here. That was a fairly fun topic. I'm sure we'll get more opinions throughout the show. Remember, if you want to chime into our conversation at any time, you can if you call us at 888-91 on air. That is 888-916-6247. Let's turn gears for a second to get into one of our favorite segments on the show, Rejection Therapy.
Oh my God. Rejection therapy.
Yeah, rejection therapy. This is where we're going to help somebody with certain situation in terms of dealing with
rejection.
There you go. So let's get Sienna on the line. Sienna, you're officially dialed the fuck in for some rejection therapy. Let's hear it.
Hi, guys.
Hi. How can we help you with your rejection you're going through?
Okay, so I recently broke up with my boyfriend, and I know fucking breakups suck, but whatever. He has a twin brother, and the twin brother has a girlfriend, right? So, like, my boyfriend's twin brother has a girlfriend, and her and I have become really good friends. Like, we weren't friends before we started dating these guys, but obviously, naturally, our boyfriends are twins, so we're going to be besties.
Yeah.
And so we got really close, honestly. And she invited me on her birthday trip. This is before my boyfriend and I break up. I paid for my portion of the Airbnb. I was, really excited. I need a girls' trip. I need a little bit of sun. And then literally right after we break up, she fucking texts me. She's like, hey, girl. And so she basically disinvited me from the trip, saying she didn't want to piss off her boyfriend's family by having me join her. I don't know. I thought we had a friendship separate from our partners, but apparently not. So I'm kind of pissed.
Not the hey girl ... Like, getting that. It's like worse getting that from a friend than from a guy who's going to break up with you. Like, that is kind of a worse pill to swallow, because you feel like with the girls, you have this unbreakable bond. So then being disinvited from a trip, that fucking sucks. So first of all, let's just take a moment to acknowledge, like, yeah, it fucking sucks that you got disinvited from the trip. No one is saying that that's not valid. But I'm trying to think, like, of your friendship moving forward. Obviously, she is involved heavily with your ex-boyfriend's family, and they're twins, so they're even closer than just regular siblings.
I was going to say, we're discounting the twins thing?
No, like, twins, they're together all the time. They live their lives together. They were in the womb together.
It's like you broke up with the other one, too.
Exactly.
Like, you broke up with one twin, but it's like, okay, the other twin is probably feeling the breakup too. So he's like, double fuck you.
I'm just trying to think of, like, your friendship with
literally,
this girl.
we were like a foursome. Like, it's really fucking awkward. But I feel like
I thought she was going to say it's really fucking hot.
Obviously, that we've developed.
Yeah, you guys kind of became your own version of twins.
Literally.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, if you and her remained friends, I think it would actually be more harmful for you, because you're always going to be around your ex-boyfriend. You're going to be around the ex-boyfriend's brother. And it's just going to be a really hard way to move on to the point that it could end up becoming really messy down the line, where it's like, will we get back together? Won't we get back together? He's always there. The brother looks exactly like him. It's like a walking reminder of your ex-boyfriend. I know it sucks in the moment because you wanted to go on this trip, but I feel like some way, somewhere, the universe is protecting you, because if you're stuck on this trip with your ex-boyfriend's twin's girlfriend, it's just going to be a constant reminder for you. How can you let yourself move on? I think you need to go on a fresh trip, get your money back. She needs to send you that fucking money back so you could spend it on yourself. Take yourself for some R&R with another bestie who's outside of this friendship.
I will just say, distance yourself from the twins. Dealing with a breakup is hard enough. And I honestly do think she made the right call. Like, as harsh as it was, like, probably to like see that text or whatever, she's doing you a favor. Like, get away from that situation. Like, the sooner you get away from the twins, maybe years down the line or in a year, you can like maybe have a little whatever with her.
Yeah, I think you can be friends with her in the future.
What's
like,
that called?
A little kiki.
Like,
you guys can like each other's pictures. You can still like send her like comment. She's still gonna like you guys. She doesn't dislike you. It's definitely not about you.
No, she's basically just a proxy of the boyfriend.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because you guys really got close, but you're going to have a future sister-in-law, and she's going to be 10 times better than this one.
Yeah, 100%. And I wish you the best of luck. Breakups fucking suck.
Yeah, they They hurt.
I wonder
I try
what-
to avoid them by staying single.
Yeah. I wonder what dating a twin is like. It's probably tough.
When I was growing up, I always wanted a twin brother.
Yeah.
Because in my psycho imagination, I would have my twin brother and then I can hang out with his friends and then like automatically have them as my boyfriends.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, so we could sleep in the same bed platonically.
Yeah, me and my brother.
Yeah. No, you and your brother's friends.
Oh, yeah.
I want a twin brother. Why, Rachel? Did you want like a brotherly relationship? No. I wanted him to be like getting me more people so I could sleep platonically in bed.
I
with
would
him.
have like fantasies about having sleepovers with my fake twin brother's friends. And my fake twin brother was like Zach and Cody.
And we're supposed to be unlicensed therapists.
Yeah, I should probably look into that.
Yeah, we're not unlicensed. What do the people call who go to therapy? Rachel? I mean, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Patience.
Yeah, I know a couple people back in New York who are like dating twins.
Mm-hmm.
And they are stronger than me. I will just say that. Shout out to all the twins out there. I have enough trouble and insecurity working to become the most important person in the other person's life that I'm dating.
Mm-hmm.
With the twin, I feel like you're never going to be that. You're always going to be second. Call me
Second
crazy.
best. Well, I agree actually, because twins, you have an unbreakable bond.
Yeah, you're literally just
you
like...
look like each
Well,
other.
even if they're fraternal.
You look at your twin and you're like, there's me.
Literally, like even if it's fraternal, I'm just like on a soul level connection. I feel like you're bound forever.
Yeah.
No matter what. And so when you're creating a new relationship, the only way that will ever work is someone who is extremely secure in the fact of knowing that maybe they won't always be numero uno, which I can fully admit is not me.
Yeah, I'm not okay with taking a back seat.
No way.
Yeah.
So I guess we
Shotgun only.
I guess we have to knock that off the list of potential suitors. No twins.
Right. Well, we asked also on TikTok, I believe, but we made a TikTok ranking best first dates.
We did.
And so
Dialed in
yeah.
on TikTok and Instagram. Go follow us everywhere.
Go follow, check out our TikTok because we have definitely different opinions on what constitutes a good first date versus a good second date. So we're going to get into that all after the break.
Alrighty. Just remember, if you want to join the conversation or chime into Rachel and my conversation about fucking whatever you want, you can always call us at 888-91 on air. That is 888-916-6247.
And what we do want you to chime in on is what constitutes a good first date. I feel like we're always talking about going on dates, but we're never actually talking about what would be an amazing date. I feel like the standard for most people who drink is to just go for drinks. And I'm like so not into that. It's not that once I'm at the drink state, I'm not enjoying it and I'm like, okay, yeah, this works. But when someone says to me, hey, do you want to go for drinks? I'm just like, can you be a little original? It's just like, okay, add it to the run of the mill, another drink state. Like I'm not wowed.
That's a you problem. That means you're going out with too many people for too many drinks. It should never be too run of the mill.
I just think it's very
I have an idea for you.
basic.
I have a different idea for you. Why don't you get a fucking different cocktail? How about that? How about what's your go-to cocktail on a first date?
Depends the restaurant. I feel like there's always a different fucking specialty cocktails menu.
Oh, so you're going cocktail. And you live in an expensive city, so it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go to so no drinks on the first date. Give me some ideas. What would be fun for you? What would be original?
I like an activity.
On the first date?
But the thing is,
it's giving Love Island. Like,
and I'm down. Put me on Love Island. Honestly, I'm the hottest new bombshell.
Honestly, babes, like, where's your head at? Like, do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I like to go on dates with people that I've already met at least one time in person, whether it be I've met them in public, in the wild, I've met them through a friend. I already have some sort of basic connection with them. So I want to be able to go do some sort of activity where I can really see their personality shine. Because I feel like on a drinks date, you're sitting at a bar, you're there for like 2 hours. You're not really getting to see someone in a situation.
What's the point of the first date?
I don't know. I'm kind of all about date zero, a la John Mayer.
Oh, stop. I feel like the first date, cry me a river, John Mayer. I feel like the key of the first date is just like the basic, like making sure they're a human.
Right.
That's it.
I get that.
We're not there
That's
to have...
if you don't know them already.
But okay, like even if you know them a little bit, you get to know them a little bit more as a human.
Mm-hmm.
And then you determine on date 2, now is this person suitable for something more?
Okay, fine. Let's make this about date 2 then. Because date 2, do you think another round of drinks is
round
lazy?
Of drinks?
Round of drinks.
Would you like the ground of drinks?
I would have some drinks on the ground. Maybe per se at a picnic.
Ground of drinks. Yeah, I like a picnic.
I've gone on a picnic date on a first date
with
someone that catfished me. and I felt ill.
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't the picnic. Don't blame the picnic for the catfish.
But I've been on all types of picnic dates. They're kind of lackluster. You're
Like
sitting on
what?
the ground. It's daylight. You could see everything. It's not. It could be romantic, but
What do you mean you could see
I don't
everything?
know. If I'm going to a picnic, I'm down to lay down, cuddle. I feel like for a second date, that's a bit much.
Okay.
I feel like a
It's
picnic
little
date
too
would be
soon.
better later on.
What about like the beach?
I've done a beach date as a first date
And?
during COVID.
And
we like picked up sushi on paper. It was everything I could have dreamed of. He picked me up. We picked up sushi. We
Where
drove
did you
to the
sit?
beach. We went to Malibu.
no, but where did you sit on the beach?
Oh, like on a blanket.
Oh, so a picnic.
Yeah, we had a picnic
Oh,
on the beach.
Stop. Play the fucking buzzer, Emily. Bella, play the buzzer, please. Somebody. I'm dying for this buzzer. Please, somebody play the buzzer. Finally.
What's wrong with that?
You literally just talk shit about a picnic date,
Well, I'm
but
saying-
then you wait. You just did the picnic on a different surface.
Well, this is the thing. This happened before. All of my data has led me to believe that I do not like a picnic date early on in the relationship.
Got it.
Later on, I think it's great. You can lay there, you could take a nap, you
But
guys don't have to speak, you can listen to the ocean. But on a first date, you have to speak the entire time. You're trying to get to know someone. You can't really take in your surroundings. Obviously, I'm trying to, but then it's like, why isn't she speaking for 3 minutes? Like, can't a girl just wash the ocean?
Okay. I don't know why you would wash the ocean, but like, or
Wash the
ground the
ocean?
drinks, whatever the fuck. What are you
I'm
on
kind of
today?
fumbling my words.
I'm just
like
getting,
nervous about sharing a bed with my guy friend.
We're getting fast and loose here on Love Island.
I'm nervous
today.
my friend's going to try and hook up with me this weekend in the bed.
What do you mean you're nervous? Why are
I'm
you smiling,
joking.
man?
I'm joking.
Oh, she's giddy, folks. Her eyes are fucking
And you know
lit
what?
up.
My eyes are also rolled back in the top of my head.
Yeah. Okay. Give me other first dates that you think would be good. Like, what kind of activities? Like mini golf?
Mini golf is cute.
Like, what else?
I think mini golf is like a perfect amount of activity, but you're not like out in the wilderness. It's very like
Modernized.
easy. Yeah, it's just
It's
an easy breezy. You can get drinks. You can giggle a little bit.
urbanized.
You move around. I think that's a perfect first date, going on mini golf.
Okay, so mini golf sales will be going up.
Yeah.
Boys, listen, if you want to take Rachel out, take her to mini golf.
I've been on all types of first dates.
Don't
though.
get her a ground of drinks.
Can I tell you a crazy first date that I went on?
Yeah.
I went on a first date to Universal Studios.
Okay.
Which,
That's crazy.
For anyone listening, it's a massive amusement park
Mm-hmm.
in Los Angeles where it's basically an all-day commitment.
That's crazy.
It was so insane of me
Is that
to
the
do
place?
that.
Is that the place with all like the different drinking things with all the countries? And they're like, we're going to Germany, and then they get like the big thing of beer, and then they go to Japan. There's another.
No, but I'm down to go there.
Is
This
that-
is like
is
the
that
movie
Epcot
sets.
Center?
That's like Disney. Yeah.
Is that Epcot Center?
Yeah, you just got a ding.
What the fuck
Disney.
is Epcot Center?
It's in Disney.
What does Epcot mean?
Epcot is one of the Disney worlds. There's like 4 different worlds
Damn.
in Orlando, and that's one of them.
Fuck.
I went as a
Okay.
kid.
Anyway,
So I went with this guy from Hinge to Universal Studios because I had never been and I wanted to go. That's
Yeah.
really the bottom line. But the second I got there and realized what I was signing myself up for, I was like, well, fuck me. Now I'm locked into Universal all day with this guy that I don't think I'm ever going to go on a date with again. And that's just not what you want to do. You want to have an exit plan, an
Yeah.
exit strategy. So I guess with
I feel like
drinks,
it's a very easy place to escape.
no, you're
You're in a huge amusement park. Fucking run.
yeah,
Go
but what
on
am
a
I going to
million.
do? Go on a ride by myself?
Yeah, you're the queen of doing solo shit.
It's true, but I don't know about the
I feel like there's
rides.
much weirder places to be stuck on a first date. Like in a restaurant, it's hard to run away. At Universal, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to use the bathroom. Go on. I'm like on
Hey,
a roller coaster.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna go to Super Mario World.
All right, see you later, fucking loser.
Yeah.
It was nice hanging out with you. I'm
He
going to go
was
hang out
nice.
with Luigi.
He was nice for like bringing me to my first Universal Studios experience, but
Yeah.
wasn't for me.
I don't think that is a universal experience for most people, to be honest.
Nice.
See what I did there?
Mhm.
I just wanted to get that pun off.
I've
Guys,
also
I'm telling
been-
you, I'm fast and loose today.
I've been to a lot of games on first dates, like professional sports games.
Hockey, basketball.
Yeah, hockey,
Baseball.
basketball was not a first date. It was like a third date.
Okay.
But what about those first dates where you go to the same place over and over and over again? I used to do that. I want to know what you guys think. Call us at 888-91-ON-AIR. That's 888-916-6247. I have this restaurant that I love to go to on dates, or at least I used to love to go to it, until I started realizing that I was just throwing it into conversations all the time because I wanted the guys to take me to dinner to my favorite restaurant. But then it became more about the restaurant for me. And I was like, this is the best restaurant.
It's called
And-
the accidental hint on purpose.
Exactly. I
You're
was
aware.
doing it all the time, but I was starting to like confuse all these guys with each other because it became so like archaic.
That is hilarious.
That I was like, I don't need to be coming to my favorite restaurant with these guys. Like I can actually just come here anytime. They're blending together and it's not differentiating each other.
It's giving Dating Around. You ever see that show?
No.
Oh my God. You got to watch the show. For anybody listening, watch Dating Around. Basically, it's all real people. One person goes on 5 different dates to the same restaurant and they edit it together to look like one date so you can see how all of them are going.
Interesting.
And like they all meld together because they're all like,
exactly. I don't remember what I told. It's like I say the same thing. I become like this weirdo. I'm like, oh, the spicy tuna crispy rice is amazing.
you're just like hitting the same lines.
Yeah, I'm like, let's order this. Oh, I can't wait to see your reaction when you eat it.
This is so funny. One of my good friends back in New York, who is honestly, I'm going to say, a little bit of a man whore. Love him to death though. He just dates around quite a bit. And has been on enough dates where before one of his first dates, because I asked him what he was doing that night, he was like, oh, I'm going on another date. And he was like, honestly, like when I checked in with him the next day, I was like, how was it? He basically told me, yeah, like I felt like so fucking weird about it. I said, why? He said, on my way to the date, I already knew the jokes I was going to say because I've already said them before. Like, because they went to the same location.
That's when you know you need to take a break.
Literally. I was like, you're using the same jokes. And he was like, you know, the saddest part? And I said, what? And he was like, I knew the jokes were going to work.
Oh.
He was like, I knew they were going to laugh. I was like, that is so fucking sad.
That's horrible.
Like,
this
imagine
is why
going.
We have to protect ourselves out here.
Yeah, imagine I was going on a date. I'm like, I already know the jokes. And like, God, she's just going to love them. She's going to love my jokes.
And how do you know she wasn't fake laughing? Just like we
No, she wasn't.
Just like we fake orgasm.
That's
we
not
also
true.
fake laugh.
Women don't fake orgasm. That's not true. No, it's never happened.
Happens all the time.
Never happened. No proof.
Every
Prove
time you blink, there's a fake orgasm happening.
Every 5 minutes, a woman fakes an orgasm with
Yeah.
a man who's unsuitable in the bedroom.
Yeah.
What else are we getting into?
Well, yeah, we have to protect ourselves and we have to protect our peace.
Oh, I know why we're talking about this. Okay,
Right.
so basically, like, I got bullied on TikTok for a long time, and like, basically, I did like if you don't know, like, I did this whole thing with the cut a board thing. It's a whole story, but basically, like, I was eventually going to get shit on the internet because I wasn't getting any shit, and I was growing very quickly. I was putting out content, so it was only a matter of time till something I did just got put under the microscope. At first, it was getting called like a pick me for like giving dating advice and cooking and showing off my fucking ridiculously handsome looks and my fucking tattoos.
It's giving pick me.
That's a joke. And yeah, then the cut a board thing happened. And then ever since, I basically was like, I told my mom, I was like, hey, like this shit is just not going to stop. Like this is what turn off your comments. All my friends were like, just delete the video. I'm like, honestly, like, no.
Yeah, no.
Because like if I turn off my comments or I block people or I delete the comments or whatever, I'm just like, then people win.
Right.
I'm like, it's not going to affect my fucking business or like my life or my day to day or the reason I like doing it. I will admit, like in the beginning, it was frustrating to deal with just because I was like, I miss having like conversations in my comments, like things like people having, what's the word I'm looking for?
Discourse.
Yeah. Like I missed having like the general discourse of like disagreeing. And then I just knew eventually if I just kept posting, which I have kept doing, it would come back. Like cut a board is still always there.
Yeah.
I think it's just like
That's like
people's
go on
like,
a Reddit thread to find out what cut a board it means.
no, it's just I did like a rap video once and I was trying to say
really?
cuz they're bored and like it
Oh.
sounded like cut a boy. So it was like this whole fucking thing. It was cringe as fuck.
Yeah. I'm
but
cringing at the seams. My mom will be fighting my haters.
so
in the
I
comments.
had to block my mom on TikTok because she'll
You
fight
blocked your mom on TikTok?
because she'll fight my haters and I'm like, you don't have to do that, mom. Just stop looking at it because it makes her sad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want it to. I don't think about the comments anymore because I'm like, good or bad, it all kind of just is the same thing. I'm like, this is just the way. I don't take it personally. I'm just like, this is the online world.
Right.
Like it is what it is. Now there are certain things where people have like DM'd family members of mine or other people, and then I'm like, all right, you're fucked up, and that's horrible, and I think you're a loser. But like other than that,
I do think a good way to look at people who are haters online is to feel bad for them. Like you're out here bored as fuck, keyboard warrior.
cut a boy.
Yeah, cut a board at home doing nothing, kind of like what we said at the beginning, and you have nothing better to do than to leave hate comments on someone's video, on someone's post. It's so like cheap, you know, like get a hobby. That's what I think. Go outside, get a hobby, figure yourself out. But how do we give advice on how to protect your peace off online? So like in the real world, there's times where you are faced with adversity or you feel like certain people don't like you. It could just be your anxiety lying to you. But you know those moments where you're like, how do I protect my peace? And I think for sometimes it's like turning your phone off, turning on your favorite show that's like a mindless, genuine, funny ass show, ordering your favorite meal.
Wait, what's yours?
I like to watch anything on Bravo. We all know.
Oh, yeah.
I love a little reality TV.
Summer
It
House?
numbs the mind. Summer House, exactly.
Is that on now?
It's on last night.
Shout out to our friend Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse Solomon.
Friend of the program.
Like, what would Jesse Solomon do? He's getting some haters.
Jesse
you know?
Solomon, he'd be like, haha, haters, haha.
I think that haters are just jealous. Like, and haters gonna hate. Ainers gonna hate. My
Yeah.
haters are my motivators. I go into my bed. I put on the coziest blanket in my house. I open my book, take a bubble bath, cook yourself dinner, like literally anything that removes you from the thought process of going down a spiral of being like, this person doesn't like me, this person like me. Realistically, everyone's thinking about themselves. No one's thinking that deeply about others, which is the sad truth.
That was a very political answer, though. I feel like when I'm protecting my peace, I like to like cover myself in like baby oil and lotion, and then like set out like a nice long like blue mat on my floor, covered in soap, and just slip and slide around. I'm like, wee!
Yeah, go back to those nostalgic feelings.
I'm just like, I don't want to deal. Like, oh, shut your phone off, read a book.
I actually do that.
No. I'm like, yeah, but everybody hears that. Like, what are we, a self-help group? I'm like, at the end of the day, like, let's be fun.
I mean, I also smoke a joint.
There you go. Look at you, fast and loose. Watch some Bravo. Might smoke a J.
Yeah, like just
might sleep in a bed with a friend of yours.
Go to a music festival. Do something impulsive. Buy something online.
Buy some shit you can't afford.
Yeah, and then like
take
freak
out
out
a line
about
of
it later.
Take out a line of credit.
No, don't do that.
Okay, guys, this is
Book
not
a flight.
this is not a financial podcast. Do not take any of my advice. All my jokes, viewer discretion is advised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we keep it fast and loose here. Yeah, I will just say, in terms of protecting your peace, it really is just a mindset. It's not about an activity. As soon as you change your mindset on like you just stopping caring about all that other shit, I know that sounds fucking pathetic and stupid, but as soon as you stop giving it like the fucking gas it needs to keep the fire burning, it's over.
Like even when you're dealing with an issue with someone,
yeah,
you guys can think about it, talk about it, and then it moves on. People keep it moving. We're so busy in our life, and we're
just
gonna keep
like
it moving. We will be back here tomorrow, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 4 to 5. PST.
Nice.
Guys, sorry, I'm just getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in today to Dialed In with Rachel and I. Rachel, where can the people follow you?
You can follow me at Rachy Fried Poulet.
You can follow the show at Dialed In. You can follow me at Omontane on all fucking platforms. Always remember to call in, and we will see you knuckleheads on Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.